Hello, hello, everyone. I am so crazy excited about tonight. So I reached out to Ashley. I'm like, I want to do a leader chat and her pouring into us, her Zooms. Of course, we all love our Ashley. And I'm like, she just kind of puts everything in perspective. Like Mama Bear Ashley just makes us feel like so good in a practical way, gives us like such good advice. And so I reached out to her to help our Team Crow leaders, Rubies and Up. We have some guests on here too that are also Rubies and Up. So welcome everyone that's joining us. So Ashley, do you want to give like a little backstory of who you are in case there's some crazy person out there that doesn't know who you are? And then pour into us on the topics that we wanted to chat about.
You guys, I am excited. Okay. I was like all day long, I'm such a procrastinator. I was like, I need to write notes. I need to write notes because first thing you need to know about me is I'm terrible at speaking. Sorry in advance. I'm terrible at it. And I have to have like direction. Otherwise, I say a bunch of nothing. Okay. So I wrote notes and then all of a sudden it was longer and longer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to keep this at like 30, 45 minutes? Because that's like, I'm not a talker, okay? So I'm going to do my best tonight. And my first bullet point is just to introduce myself because it's okay if you don't know me. It's okay if you want to know me. It's okay if you don't care about knowing me because I know me and we're good. It's all good. Okay, you guys, my name is Ashley. I am everybody on here's one of your ambassador uplines, okay? I started this business almost 7 years ago. In February, it'll be 7 years, which is insane to me. And I actually started right 6 months after I had my second, because long story short, she was born sick, spent 2 weeks in the NICU, and that was an expense, not the NICU stay because we were on state insurance because, being broke and whatever, but like taking off work and all of these things, like all of those costs added up really, really fast. And it was something that we hadn't counted on. And so when my husband did go back to work, then he got a call from his dream job as a firefighter saying, "Hey, you got the job." And it was so amazing. We were so excited. And so him and his boss cut ties there. And later that day, the job called back and said, "Okay, you start in a month." And so we are already broke from a NICU stay that was not planned. And now we had an extra month off of work. Okay. Like we had scraped by enough to like let him be off for a week, but we were already a week in the hole. So anyways, long story short, that's where we really dug a really deep grave, you guys. And we were being smart. Okay. We weren't flushing the toilet. This is just disgusting, but we weren't flushing the toilet because water is so expensive. If you pay for water and sewer in the city, it costs a lot. I was like, 3 sheets, you guys, only use 3 sheets. So when the toilet paper shortage hit this year, we were well prepared. It was not a big deal. So we did 3 sheets. The heat and the AC, I mean, they were set at like extreme uncomfortable temperatures, like 60 degrees in the winter, 65. I mean, I would keep it off in the summer, but Joey's a baby. And so we kept it at like 80, 85. All of these things. And you guys, even though it's kind of crazy, like I got married at 18, I had my son at 18, like we did everything like really weird, but we were smart and I had graduated with my degree and Joey had gotten his certificates and was a firefighter EMT. Like we were doing all the right things, but life doesn't stop. Okay. And so it was hitting us so hard. I came across somebody talking about this business and I talked to her about it. And I remember very, very specifically, I said, "How much money can you make?" And she said, "Maybe a couple $100 in the summer." And I said, "No, thank you. I don't want to do this business because I am very introverted. I'm very intimidated by everybody. Like I'm scared of all people. And I was like, there's no way I can put myself out there to maybe make a couple $100 in the summer. Okay. And then I came across some other random chick on a Facebook page, a breastfeeding page. Her name was Jade Hooper. I'm sure everybody's heard of Mrs. Jade Hooper. She was a Ruby at the time, and she was just talking about paying off credit cards and something about buying a Jeep or paying on her Jeep, or I don't even know what it was. And so I asked her the same question, how much money can you make? She said, girl, I'm going Emerald. I'm about to be making $1,000 a month from home. And it was that second, her excitement over $1,000, which some people would like stick their nose up at. Crazy, I know. But it was her excitement and her confidence. And I was like, I got to figure this out. I got to figure this out. So we got our tax returns back. I paid off my maxed out credit card. And then I turned around and used that credit card to sign back up because I am stubborn, very stubborn. And I knew you can do it. You can pay this off. You can do it. You won't stop. And I didn't stop. And I didn't like most people, you guys, I didn't have support of family and friends. I had the town that I live in currently still, there was a page called It Doesn't Work where they made fun of all of us. You know, like a lot of my friends from school in it. Oh, there's a kid. Did you guys see him? So yeah, that's about how much support I had from people, and I didn't care. I didn't care because I needed to be able to flush the darn toilet. I needed to be able to use water and take care of my kids and buy shoes. What are you doing? All right, go to bed. Give me a hug. And so I just jumped in. You guys, this guy, he was 4. He was 4, and look at him now. He's almost 11. Go away. He also acts like a teenager. It's fine. So I jumped in blind, just spewing all kinds of stuff all over social media, which is the only way I've ever worked my business, you guys, because like I said, I'm scared of you people, and amazing things happen. Here's where I'm going to tell you my timeline in promoting, and this will come full circle. Okay. It was very fast. And before I even say anything, I want you to remember that a timeline is nothing. Okay. It doesn't matter if it takes you half as long as me or 5 times as long as me or whatever, because your story is your story. Okay. I did promote very fast without the support, without the social media, without all of these things because of my belief. Okay. I went diamond in 4 months. I went double diamond in 7 months, triple diamond in 9 months. At the time I went triple diamond, I said, oh my gosh, I'm going to be presidential diamond by my 1 year. And I needed 67 distributors still to go triple diamond. And I went triple diamond by my 1 year. And no, presidential diamond by my 1 year. And then I was like, I'm not going ambassador. And I don't know if you guys know Morgan Griffin. Well, she started around the same time as me. And she's like, I'm going to go ambassador diamond. And I was like, well, then I have to go ambassador diamond. Like, you're going to do it and I'm not? What? And so I worked my butt off and I went ambassador diamond. And literally that was that. I wanted to do it because she wanted to do it. And it was so stupid, but it was just what I needed. Right. But you guys, before all of this, when I was going Ruby, raise your hand if you're a Ruby. Ruby is amazing. Ruby is amazing. When I was going Ruby, I remember rocking my daughter who never slept. She still doesn't sleep very good. And thinking, oh my God, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where I'm meant to be. 16 months, Brianna, sorry. 16 months. This is where I'm meant to be as a Ruby. No, I was promoting to Ruby. And I just knew it in my soul. And I didn't need to know anything else. I knew it. I got the chills. I don't know if you guys, when I'm like manifesting things, I like get chills. That's when I'm like, this is real. If I don't feel anything, it's like nothing. When I get the chills, I'm like, ooh, this is real. So that comes full circle. Don't worry. I want to talk about successful promotions, okay? Because we're all in this to promote, but I want us to promote successfully. Okay. And someone reached out to me earlier today to ask a few questions. She said, I want to make some money. I want to make bank. Yeah, that's the whole point. We're going to make bank. Okay. So first of all, if you're not diamond, you're going diamond. Okay. There's like no other way to put it. And you want to know why you want to go diamond? Because first of all, it's like a full-time income, but also you unlock like extra bonuses. Okay. There is something called a CAB bonus, a leadership bonus, otherwise known as, and it's $80. And this is an extra $80 for every distributor you enroll in Fast Start, every single one. But the crazy thing is every distributor that they enroll, you also earn $80, and they enroll. So once you go diamond and you enroll someone, that person starts a whole new generation. Okay. And you make $80 on every single person in that whole tree that gets Fast Start qualified. You guys, that can add up really fast. I will be 100% honest with you and tell you I have never had a huge cab run. The most I've made in cabs was $8,000, but there are people making $30,000 in cabs. There are people making $50,000 in cabs. I've not had that cab run, but I know how to get to that cab run. Okay. 30, yeah, a month. That's cabs will change your life. That's what changes the life more than anything is cabs. Okay. That's why when you go diamond, it changes your life. Okay. So big. You unlock extra GV bonuses. That's the general way to put it. It's called Generation Enroller Bonus, but that's like speaking like nothing to a lot of people. So basically what this means is that when you go diamond, you now will start to earn extra percentages on volume. Just being a diamond, you earn an extra 2% on your overall GV. Okay, well, PGV, so volume outside of any diamonds under you. But not only that, everybody that you have personally enrolled that went diamond or that goes diamond, you earn an extra 5% on their PGV. So volume outside of any diamonds under them. Okay, so a diamond promotes 10,000 GV, that's $500. You went diamond, someone you personally enrolled went diamond, there is $500, period. It's so easy. So here's a little story. I'm talking numbers. So I need an IDS, just act like it's there. Okay. When I went from double to triple, I did not earn bonuses going diamond. I did not earn bonuses going double. Okay. I missed them. It was whatever. I was working for the check, not the bonus. So when I was going triple, it was the first time I was going to earn a bonus. It was $1,000 a month for the bonus. So I knew that. But I also had 5 personally enrolled people going diamond that month. It was going to be the first time I had anybody going diamond. Okay. So what you need to know is when I was diamond, my paychecks were started low and they worked their way high just with cabs. When I went double, my paychecks never ever met the average. When I went triple, my paycheck went up, just increased by $8,000. That was my increase that month. It was the first time I made over 5 figures, and I will never forget the prelims weren't released on time. They were like 3 days late, and I was dropping Braylon off at preschool. No, it would have been Trace off at preschool. And I came home and I just sat on the couch and I was just like, that's what being diamond and enrolling personally enrolled diamonds does for you. That's what being diamond and getting cabs does for you. Okay. Also, extra GV. I always had insanely good GV. I never promoted with just what I needed. I promoted with a lot. So I went diamond with like 20,000 GV. I went double with 35,000, I think, and triple, I think I had 80,000 GV or something like that. I always had this excess GV. Okay. And oh my gosh. Oh, I did write it right here. Good. I'm staying on track. I thought I lost my place. If you have to buy GV to get there or fight to stay where you want to be, you need more GV, period. You want to promote with enough volume that you know the next month you're maintaining with volume. I don't ever like to suggest maintaining by chart. It's so much harder. So much harder. And I've done it and it's so much harder. And maintaining by volume, amazing. Okay. You want that extra GV. If it takes you longer to promote, take longer to promote so you don't have the heart attack every single month. Okay. So good. How do you get more GV? You guys, more distributors, more steps to success, more balanced charts. And this is what, who I was talking to earlier, she was asking me about placement and building. And she said her husband's close to diamond. And she's like, well, should I build there? And I said, well, that'll get you the extra 5%, around $500. I said, but you want to make sure you're balanced. She said, that's where all my GV comes from. I'm like, nope, you can't do it then. You need to have balance. You will not maintain with volume without balance. Okay. You want balance. You want GV, you want distributors and steps to success. You're enrolling distributors and teaching them to enroll distributors and customers. Okay. You enroll customers, you place them, you get your fast starts. You never miss fast start. That is the biggest money maker. If you are under diamond, you make your money with fast starts. That is literally how it goes. That's how you do it. Okay, now we're gonna get into like the guts, I guess you could say, of this. See, I'm terrible at speaking. This is why I write everything down. The guts of this. Manifesting. You guys know I cannot have a Zoom without talking about manifesting because it is so heavy on my heart. It is so important in my life. And this comes from the beginning. You guys, I told you I was trying to promote Ruby, and I knew that this was where I was meant to be. I knew it. That was the feeling. That was me manifesting it. And that is why it happened. It wasn't because I had friends and family helping me. It wasn't because I had great social media posts. It wasn't because I had all of these people writing to me. It was because I just knew. And that sounds really stupid, but it's really like legit. Okay. You just know. You just know. Okay. Jordan and I were talking about this. And she was like, I know there's like something scientific about it, but I don't know what it is. So I actually was like Googling, and I've watched videos on this because our thoughts and actions do put off energy. That is very scientific. Okay. And I'm not green. The only thing I'm green about is money because I grew up so darn poor that I want to know how to make money. Okay. But everything else I'm not green about. So, I looked it up and I found this article and it was really good. And the first one, this is a scientific thing, but the first reason manifesting works, and you guys are going to just laugh at this, was the placebo effect. And I was like, what? But it makes so much sense. And they said in this article, so many drugs, pharmaceuticals, are not approved because when people are given the pharmaceutical and given the placebo, they both have the same effect, positive effect, because they all believe that they've gotten the drug. Because the placebo effect is literally you manifesting getting better. And it's so real. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is insane. Insane. Placebo effect, the quantum theory, basically the belief that the behavior of particles can be changed by observing them. This is when I watched the video, it was a very scientific video, which is like, I don't like chemistry. Okay. Like I don't like my brain. I like math. So anyways, and basically it said like when they observe particles, the particles start to move and divert. And this is part of the energy that we are putting off. Like literally you think an energy is emitted from your brain. They do brain scans, you guys. Like this is like literal, right? And I was like, so good. Okay, this one, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Reticular activating system. Basically, it filters what information goes from your subconscious mind to your conscious mind, aka what you focus on, you see, and the more of it keeps happening. This is literal manifesting. Okay, your focus forms your future. Everything causes energy. Everything causes an adverse reaction. But the crazy thing is if we're focusing on the good things, we're causing the good reactions to continue to happen. It's like when you buy a car, right? You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this little Beetle. Nobody drives a Beetle. I don't drive a Beetle, by the way. And then all of a sudden, all you see are people driving Beetles. You see them everywhere because now you're thinking about it. You're focusing, and it's like, they're just like everywhere. So what you focus on is what you're going to get. Okay. So if you're looking at it from like a scientific standpoint, manifesting is very real. Like I said, I don't like science. I'm not green. Okay. I like to go by a feel. And I feel so incredibly strong about being able to control things. And sometimes it's scary because I don't know if anybody's like me, but that's like a lot of pressure because when I'm doing bad, I know it's on me. I know it's because of me and my thoughts. But when I'm doing bad, I also know that I can turn it around because that's on me. That's on me and my thoughts. That's on me and my beliefs. We have to have the actions. Okay. I'm not here to tell you guys how to work your business. You know how to work your business. You're on this call. I'm here to help you with your mindset because the business is 80% mindset and 20% work. No matter what business. I don't mean this business. I don't mean multi-level marketing. I mean business in general. Okay. What I want to point out is that if you choose to succeed or not to succeed, that's on you. You choose if you will work to move forward or if you will fight to keep your rank. Nobody wants that. So whenever we are in a place in our business where we are stagnant, stagnancy just like sucks. Okay. Like, let's just say it. It just sucks. You just feel like crap and you know it's your fault and you know you can get out of it, but like, then you're like, I feel like crap because I'm stuck. And then it's like a terrible cycle. Okay. Like, I'm not even going to sit here and act like that's not a thing because it's like a very real thing. Okay. But you have to take responsibility for that right there. First step. I am where I am because of me. Okay. And you have to decide what it is that you want to change. Last year, I did I wouldn't say manifesting Zooms, but I did a weekly Zoom meeting and I talked a lot about manifesting in them, a lot about mindset, because that's like, if there's something I'm going to talk about, it's leadership and mindset. Those are just my favorite things. Not that I'm perfect at them. I'm not perfect at literally anything. I'm a literal mess. Jordan, I don't know how you guys do virtual school because around here, my whole entire day is like, ooh. So literal mess, but I will take responsibility for my actions. I will take responsibility for my business. And I know what it is that needs to happen. And I love to talk about it. I love to talk about it. And I love to be honest and real with you guys and tell you guys that, hey, I'm working on myself too. Okay. I want to just tell you guys that. I love to talk about these two things. But anyways, so last year I did these Zooms all the time, once a week, at least once a week. And I enrolled like really amazing people that are still working. There's probably some on here right now. And it was crazy. And it was those little actions of talking about it and believing in it and thinking of it and focusing on it. I was bringing in all of these good people. So take a good look in the mirror, everybody, and think about where you are right now, because that is the kind of person that you are enrolling right now. You have to think about who you want to enroll and become that person. Be that person. Nobody here needs to enroll a rock star. Nobody here needs to enroll an ambassador diamond. You want to be an ambassador diamond, and then you're going to start enrolling them. And by ambassador diamond, I don't mean the actual rank. I just mean be that person. Okay? Rank means nothing to me. I don't care what rank anybody is. I care about who you are as a person and the light that you bring to a room. And I don't want to be around like crazy drama, crazy negativity. Like, I just can't deal. I have children that fight all day long. Mamas, I know you feel me. And I just need like some good positive people around me. My kids fight. You guys, can I just tell you a mom story real fast? Just super fast. Yesterday, Ava, she's 2.5. She runs in, pulls her dress up. Mom, Braylon kicked me. I was like, no. Now I have 3 kids tattling on each other. I don't really care that Braylon kicked her. Like, my kids are going to fight. Like, that's whatever. Now I have 3 kids actively tattling on each other. And that's where my life is right now. You're welcome for sharing that story. Okay, it should never be. This probably was a continuation of this. This is a continuation. This is why I write notes. Where I said you choose if you will work to move forward or fight to keep your rank. This is a continuation. It should never be a situation of grasping at straws or like paying to keep your rank or whatever. Whenever you're looking at promotions and buying products, okay, I wanted to say this because this has always been a thing. You have to look at cost versus payoff, okay? As somebody who grew up super poor and then was poor and then still am very frugal, you guys, I really hate to spend money. Always suggest looking at how much you spend versus how much that's going to pay you, okay? If you have something, you are $200 away from diamond and that's going to get you $1,000 bonus. You buy it, right? $200. That's a very small amount. When I went diamond, I think I spent, I don't know, $300 or something. I was terrified. I didn't have the money. But Joey, my husband, is very business minded. I am scarcity minded because of where I grew up. He is business minded because of where he grew up. He said, You have to spend money to make money. This is a smart decision. You guys, I had 18,000 GB. Like I obviously had everything I needed, but that little bit of volume. And so it made sense. It made sense to spend that money to get that increase. No bonuses. Keep in mind, I didn't get a bonus. So I've always done that. Even if it's like a cab, if you are Diamond Plus, you'll understand this. You have a new person, they are short 20 GB. I will buy something and put it there because that gets the $150 that finishes off that cab or that fast start, and it gets the $80 cab. It makes sense to spend $40 to get $140 or whatever. I just made up a number. You see what I mean? That's how I always think of things. That's just who I am. Like I said, I'm green about money and only money. So manifest what you do want. Manifest what you want. Okay. If you want to move forward, manifest that. If you want to move backwards, you'll also manifest it, though probably not totally consciously. You'll just be like worried and stressed out and all of these things. Can't do that to yourselves. And I know it's so much easier said than done, you guys. I know because this is something I struggle with. Like I said, I come from scarcity mindset. That's where I come from. It is ingrained so incredibly deep in me. I have to fight. Okay. And I will fight every day. I will fight for my family and for my husband and for my team and for you guys. Okay. I will fight to work on that every single day. And I just want you guys to fight with me. Okay. Fight for what you do want. Positive attracts positive. So take a second. What positives do you want in your life? I want you guys to write down positives in your life and your business. You can do this every morning. This is a great journaling thing. I love to write down 5 things I'm thankful for, 5 things I want. It's okay to want things. I don't want anybody to ever make you feel like you're selfish for wanting a new car or a new house or that rug that's been in your Amazon cart that you want to buy for your entryway. It's only $58. Buy it. You can have what you want. It's okay. Write down what you want. Hang them up. Put them where you can see them. There's this house that went for sale, you guys, up the road. And it was definitely out of my mental price range. Like I wouldn't spend it because I don't like I said, it's not what makes me happy. And I loved it so much. And I printed it off and I cut it out and I hung it by my bed like I'm a 5-year-old girl crushing on Justin Bieber or something. Hung it right by my bed and I just look at it and I'm just like, oh my God. I'm either going to buy that house or build a house that's very similar to it because I love it so much. Okay? It's just going to happen. Hang it where you can see it. I want you to also write down what negatives you have in your mind. What scares you? What are you scared of happening? What keeps you up? What causes you anxiety? What are these things that make you just like, and I want you to just shred it because we're not giving power to that. It's very real to have these things. Okay. We can't get away from having these things, these thoughts and these feelings, but we can decide not to give any power to them. That's on us. That's on us. And we can decide that whenever those things creep into our minds, we come up with a mantra to derail it. At conference, I don't know how many of you guys were at conference, but I love conference. Okay. But who was it that was up there? Denise Walsh. It was Denise Walsh. I love when Denise Walsh speaks. Okay. I don't know why. I just love her. And she had us yelling at the top of our lungs, thank God I'm rich. Who remembers? Did this like move anybody else? Thank God. Does anybody else remember? Is it just me? She had us closing our eyes and screaming it. Thank God I'm rich. You guys, I came home and I put it on my watch screen. I'm like, yeah, thank God. But thank God I can like choose what I want. So there's my mantra. Whenever doubt and fear and whatever creep into our minds, inevitably, it's going to happen. Like I said, that's unstoppable. Stop giving it power and start redirecting it where you want to go. That is part of my manifesting notes where the reticular activating system, I'd never even heard of the darn word, filters what info goes from subconscious mind to conscious, but you can change it. That is what that is. So when that negativity creeps in, you use the reticular activating system and you redirect it to what you want to be thinking. And you're going to do it like 5,000 times a day. Like, even if it's not about like business, but like life. When you're mad about something, it's like, oh, why did my husband throw his socks on the floor? Next time you're just like, I don't know, thank God I'm rich. Just say something like happy, whatever. I can't think on my feet. This is why I write notes. Okay. You get to decide to win. That's what I wrote down. I have to like read my notes. I know. I don't need to tell you guys how to work your business. You guys know how to do that. You are here. I just want to help you guys take it to the next level that you also deserve. You so deserve it. Choose to go where you want to go. Take responsibility for where you're at and choose to be like, nope, there's more. Because there's so much more, you guys. There's so much more, and there's no lack in the world. There's not lack. That's a scarcity mindset type of thing. There's no lack. Money is, if you're looking at money in particular, it is a made up number in the app on your phone. You're not holding that in your hands. It is nothing. So decide that you want that number to, he's back again. Scared me. Decide that you want it because it's made up. Decide that you want to wake up and be positive and choose where you want your business to go. And choose to do these great things. Decide. I want us all to be manifesting the things that we do want. The positivity, you guys, the success. Whatever it is, I'm not telling you that success is Ambassador Diamond. Maybe it's just like picking your kid up from daycare. God, for me, you guys, being able to pick up my kids from school, drop them off at school, that means a lot to me. From someone who rode the bus. Got on the bus at 6:55 a.m. every single morning. Rode the bus. One of the first to get on and last to get off. I wanted to drive my kids to school. And I get to do that every day, and that is a win. Or buy Trace Nike shoes, which is ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous to be like, name brand clothes, whatever. But when you're a kid in school, it means a lot to you. I mean, kids just care. And also the Nike shoes really do hold up a lot better. They just really do. I don't know. Oh, go ahead. Come preach. Let's see what he's got to say. Did you guys hear what he said? They didn't hear. You have to say it. Come here. It's 15 people.
That's a lot of people.
12 people. Tell them.
Ambassador Diamond is just a title.
He had something else. What was the rest of it?
That was it.
Basically, he's just saying that you are who you are, not what your rank says. Okay. That was literally all I wrote down in my notes. I'm very proud that I got through it that fast, but I do want to open it up for questions, or even if you like want to argue, but I might cry. Like if something I said was like not right in your head. I really might cry, just so you know.
What you said was so amazing. Like, I'm sitting here, I have tears in my eyes because I'm like, I think a lot of us can relate to when you were saying, like, you deserve it. Like, you deserve it. I feel like that just hits me right in the gut because I think a lot of us we're not convinced that we deserve it. And I know for me, it was how I was raised or like things that maybe bad choices I made. So part of it's like, oh, I feel like I deserve like whatever bad thing happens to me. And it's all rewiring our brain. And so like you said, acknowledging the negative things. And I need to do this. Like I like the manifesting journaling because that's very effective and it does rewire your brain. I don't think I've tried writing down the fears and negative things and then like ripping it up or burning it or something. Because it's scary. Like it's scary for me, but I'm going to start doing that to kind of, acknowledge it, but not give it energy. Because too many of us, and I'm saying like me more than anybody, gives power to those fears, like you were saying. And it's easy to do by replicating a conversation and talking to one person, and you're trying to relate to people. So you keep repeating your limiting beliefs. And every time we say those out loud or type those in a text, it solidifies it. It like makes it more true. And I'm like,
I've never thought of that. I've literally never thought of how we are every day relating to limitations and how that like affects. I've never thought of that. You just blew my mind. So we have to do the work.
I thought I was just repeating what you were saying.
No, I wasn't even saying that at all. But like what I feel like you're saying right now is like mind blowing. How like when we're talking to potentials and they're like, I'm so broke, and then we're like, no, I get it. I get it. But like literally talking about those negative things again and again. So we have to like work on countering that.
Right. So not giving it power. So
yeah. That's I mean, whatever interpretation you got was good.
No, that was amazing. Good. And anybody, like you guys, and I do want to shout this team out to you, Ashley, because that they are like some of the hardest working leaders, whether they're ruby, emerald, diamond, double diamond. Like these are the cream of the crop faces you're looking at right here.
Don't think I don't know it. I know all of these names. Okay?
I know you do, and you shout them out all the time too. So yeah, you guys unmute yourself.
I do want to say, because you were just talking about this too, about like the limitations from like growing up and making mistakes and whatever, right? So I don't go too much into like how I was raised and like things that went on, because I feel like it's not my business to like tell some things. And but I want to say that most of us were raised with some sort of crap, okay? Like there was some sort of something, but at the end of the day, we get to make a decision to do that or a decision to not do that, right? So we could all easily fall into the grave or whatever of like these mistakes and these things holding us back, and this living life in a way that we weren't meant to. We can fall into that. So you have to make the conscious decision right now or every single day to be like, I'm not doing that. Okay. You have to know. I teach my son, it's so sad, my almost 11-year-old son. It's not a matter of if someone's going to offer you drugs, it's a matter of when they're going to offer it to you. Okay. And you need to know what you're going to do up front. You need to have the conscious decision right now to say, no, thank you. And if you have that in your heart and in your mind, it's not going to take you. I knew I would never touch those things. Okay. I mean, I worked my whole entire childhood away, but like I've never like smoked weed or whatever. Like I don't know anything about that kind of stuff. Okay, you guys see how uncomfortable I am? But the point is that I knew I would never do it. And so if I was around it, I would just walk on away because I knew I wasn't going to do it. It's the same with our business. We have to make the conscious decision to succeed, to do X, Y, Z. You have to know it. Does that make sense? Am I making sense, or am I just like, oh, okay. I just feel like I'm like not making sense. I'm sorry. Keep going, Jordan. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was done. I wanted to open it up. Whoever wanted to, because it's a small enough group, guys, that you can unmute yourself and ask Ashley, pick her brain, ask her what questions you have, and kind of go over any fears. I know she discussed like most of the stuff that's been on our hearts and minds, but if you want to dig in more specific, unmute yourself.
And also if you're scared, like you can always message me too. I always answer everybody. I really do.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What are you saying to your DTs who maybe jumped in at this weird time in the world and they don't know what real normal, I mean, obviously we're getting sales now, we're getting DTs now, but it's different. It's a little bit of a weird time. So how are you encouraging them without being like, oh yeah, November and October, they just stink or something like that. Like, how are you kind of helping them to power through the weirdness of the world?
Well, really, I want to focus on the good, right? So if they're like, first of all, if they're feeling weird, talk to them about their goals, remind them about their goals, and brainstorm and manifest. Ouch, my cat just bit me, you little brat. Did you see that? Did she? Look at this face. Look, where is she? She bit me really good. Oh, okay. Okay. You're manifesting and dream boarding with them. Okay. So you keep them on track with that. You have to talk about the planting of the seeds right now, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm like very pleasantly surprised that we're almost already to January, which is like where things really start to pick up. Like, this year was actually really, really good for business. You know, it like really held on very long. Whereas like in general, it's not like that. So anyways, we're almost there. So I do talk to them about the planting seeds and big things coming. And I remind them of their why, and we dream board together. And becoming friends always, the more like friend you are with people, the more you connect, the more they really do work. You guys, they work for you, you work for them. Go away if you're going to bite me. And she's seriously going to do it again. And I think that's important. But as far as like, they're kind of like, this is weird. Cause I know when like all this started, people were like, people don't want to spend money. Like, they're losing jobs and all of these things. And I would just have to say, people want to spend money now more than ever because health is a priority. Like, the world has finally seen that like being healthy and strong is getting people through Corona in particular, right? And you just do your best to connect with them on that level and keep encouraging them. And as a leader, the more you like shout somebody out for something, the more likely they are to do it. So you just keep positive, encouraging. Give them compliment sandwiches. I don't know if you've heard me say that, anybody. It's my favorite. So you start with a compliment, you give them some advice, and then you end with a compliment too. Like, we're all humans. We like to hear that, okay? And you just do your best, but we are literally almost to where we love to be. Okay, we're literally almost there, and it's pretty cool. So just remind them, like, wow, we're getting through the holidays. Things are crazy and hectic right now. I don't deny what people are saying. Feelings are real, even if we don't understand them, right? Their fears are real. Their insecurities are real, even if we don't agree or understand. So I let them feel that way, and then I gently encourage them towards the finish line I'm looking at. Does that make sense? I feel like I didn't answer your question at all.
No, you did. You kind of reaffirmed, because I've been doing that. So it makes me feel really good. But I do need to shout them out more. Yes. I like that you said that, because that's a really good reminder of shouting them out, and the compliment sandwich and all of that. I love that.
I love compliment sandwiches.
Yes, me too.
Very yellow. Baby. Oh my gosh, look at that hair.
The hair's like gone. He's becoming a baldy.
Right there. Look, he took all mine 3 kids later.
Do you know what Katie Tatum said? And I really am like, this could totally be true. None of my kids, all my kids were bald. So he came out with a full head of hair. And she's like, I wonder if it was your keto coffee and your collagen. And I'm like, oh my goodness, what a fun before and after like testimonial.
You know, Ava was born with the most hair, and I drank keto coffee through pregnancy.
Yeah, there you go.
But Braylon had the least amount of hair, but like all my kids were just pretty bald for a long time. I mean, whatever. It takes work to grow them pretty curls, okay? Oh, guys, I didn't want to cut anybody off. If someone else had a question, please ask. Please, or message me if you're like shy.
Kalila, I think you did.
I'll message you. I'm an emotional wreck tonight. I'll message you.
Okay, go for it. We're good. Thank you for asking me. Even if there's more questions, ask them. But thank you for asking me to be on. This was good. I love this. Like I said, if I'm talking about something, this is what I want to talk about. Like, this is good stuff. Good stuff. So look at all that hair. My kids don't have hair. Whatever. It's fine.
He had way more hair at birth.
I know. I remember. I remember. But it's like a little swirly right there, isn't it?
I know, right? Like just right here.
It's the best. It's the best. He could wear a bow.
Yeah.
Years to wear a bow. I mean, I think you should count your blessings.
Yeah. I do. He's amazing. Well,
Okay,
thank
I
you
have a
so
question,
much.
Ashley.
Oh yes. Yay.
Yeah.
Go Sharon.
Okay, so as a mom, it's easy to get scatterbrained, especially when you have so many things at once, you know, and you can start one thing and don't come back and finish and you're all over the place. And I know there's different, you know, apps and different things to keep us on task. I'm not the biggest fan of all that. I mean, I'll use what works for me, but what tips do you have with helping you like stay focused? Because at times it seems like there's so much at once that you end up not doing anything because it can be overwhelming. So you feel like you never get caught up, and so you just don't do it. Well, you do it, but it's not at your best. So
Yeah.
what tips can you?
Well, okay, so for instance, when it comes to social media, I know we've all gotten stuck in the scroll, right? You look at something, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, scroll. Oh, and then a video pops up, and then the next video pops up. You guys know what I'm saying? You're like, oh my gosh, it's Trey. He's so funny. When he imitates middle schoolers, it's just like Trey's. Well, anyways, so for me personally, I can get caught in the scroll, but I can't because business wise and as a human, like I don't want to be on my phone all day unless I'm working. You know what I mean? Like I want to put it down unless I'm working. So I will not allow myself to like stay on my phone unless I'm working or reading a book because all of that, my Kindle's on my phone. So if I am not doing anything, I put that down. Okay. So that aside, that takes out a whole bunch of distraction. Waking up early before the kids, sometimes hard, always worth it. Waking up early before the kids gives that time. But again, you have to stop yourself from mindless activity on your phone. That's important. Apps that I love. So Pocket Lists, I said that wrong. Pocket Lists is my favorite app for reminders and such. I think it's iPhone only, but you guys, there are so many reminder apps. Just finding a reminder app is good. Or like Productive, something that gives you a checklist. But we're all so incredibly different. So I don't follow any kind of schedule. Like it's literally like my alarm goes off and then I get up early and then it's like kid. And now we're virtual schooling, you guys. And that just totally threw a huge wrench in things after having a 5-month summer. So you know, we're all doing our best, but I work when I can and just not allowing myself to do the mindless things. I don't want to do mindless things. I want to be on there interacting and whatever. But I always love to follow the do this and you can do this. So it's like, oh my gosh, I just want to watch The Walking Dead.
Well, no,
Okay.
I can honestly say I'm not a scroller per se. Like if I scroll, it's to interact. So I
Yes.
don't mindlessly like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like, I do consider it a waste of time to just scroll.
Exactly.
So, and I remember Rachel Wiggum in one of her Zooms, she talked about this too, like use your phone and your network as treat it like a job. You check it in at 8, check out at 5, don't have it unnecessarily, you know, doing things. My thing is prioritizing the task, the necessary task, and not like, I'll be like, okay, well, I need to post. So I'll post, okay, well, I need to create this, and then I need to do this, and I need to do that. And so I'm like hopping from one thing to the next. And so the KPIs, when they first introduced that, worked great for me. Like it changed the whole scope for me when I utilize it. But I think I now need to like change it up a little bit to fit me more because it's, and I'm
okay. So ask yourself this, what needs to change with the KPI? Because you just said that was amazing for you. So
Mhm.
what is it that you want to see different on it, and make your own KPI, make your own thing that works for you? Because all of us are going to have way different lives, no matter what, you know, and we all have to work it different. I get a lot done when I'm in bed at night or first thing in the morning, and then through the day, it's a lot of back and forth, scatterbrained. Oh my gosh, I need to do the dishes again, thrown in there. And I'm like, oh, I really should organize my closet. I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I organizing my closet? I don't know, but it makes me feel like I have my life together, so I do it. So it's a lot of that. So I have to wake up early, otherwise I don't have that time. I don't have the time to get everything done and in bed. Make a list that works for you, but at the end of the day, it's all about self-control, right? I mean, I say that with like love in my heart. We have to have the self-control to do the things that we need to do and make that the priority. We all make time for what's important to us, even if it's taking a bath or something, you know, like even like if it's not important to me, it could be important to you. So we make time for what's important. So you just have to have the self-control to get yourself back on track, and then it just becomes habit again. When the KPI came out, you said it was so great for you. It was habit. You got into the habit, and then you let yourself get out of the habit. And like that's just something we all do, like all of us, me included. I mean, raise your hand if everybody. Yeah, we all do it. So you just
Ashley,
have to do that.
I wanted to piggyback off of what Sharon's saying, because I've had this conversation with Sharon and with like Bree, because they don't waste any time. Like they're hustling nonstop. So it's not a matter of like doing tasks that are like time wasters or even getting off track. And I wanted your opinion on this with KPIs. I was thinking like, I love KPIs. I wish there was more emphasis on messaging in KPI, because I've talked to you about this before, like probably like a year ago, like mass messaging. That's what's gotten me where I need to be. Anybody I talk to that's triple and above, that's how they've gotten where they want to be. So like, what tasks do you do first in your day? Like to kind of get yourself go, other than I know you journal and manifest first. But is there anything on the KPI list that you have kind of tweaked and reduced and then increased something else? Because I feel like the girls are doing all the things that are on those lists, and they're not time wasters either. Like this team is like not time waster, people at all. So I want to make sure they're given the tools like to do exactly like the tasks that are gonna produce the most. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Right. Well, the KPIs, don't worry, him still not affect him. The KPIs, I mean, we have to think that's sent out by corporate, right? So they're trying to put out something that is loved by everybody, okay? But maybe not perfect for everybody either. And that's okay. Like she said, we have to tweak it to fit it and add to it and take away from it and do those things. You know, someone asked me about TikTok. You guys, I honestly am just not cool enough for TikTok, okay? Not cool enough. I'm not cool enough for TikTok. Also, there's a lot of creepos on TikTok, but Reels I can get behind, okay? Which also has about the same effect as TikTok. So that's something I can do. But things, it's not the same for everybody. It's never going to be the same for everybody. So what has gotten you the most results? The mass messaging, add that to your KPI. You know what I mean? In my opinion, growing our market is like number one. Okay. Whenever I'm not following people or adding friends, 100% silence. It just dies. Everything just dies down. When I start mass adding people again, growing my market by leaps and bounds, big things start to happen again, because we have to have new people. So for me, growing market, huge. Interaction things. So interaction is good because it gets you interaction, right? But the end goal is to have people interacting on your stuff more than anything. So whatever you do to have people interacting on your stuff, even if that means that you're doing more interactive posts instead of interaction, all of our social medias are so different. I know Brianna, I watch her stuff. She does a lot of, what do you guys want to see more from me? Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I don't have my life together enough to even ask what anybody else wants to see more from me of, because like, I'm just trying to like make it through my day. You know, we all have different. Monica, don't you nanny? Aren't you, you're a nanny? Yeah, she's like watching other people's little hooligans. You're just amazing. You want to come watch mine? No, I'm just kidding. So her day is gonna look so different. You know, we all have such different days. Cassandra, she's on my team. She actually lives pretty close to me, a couple hours away, but she does not have kids. But she watches her nieces, right? They're both nieces. Yeah, girls. And she's doing virtual school with them and everything. And it's a struggle bus for her too. Like, what did you say to me? Was that yesterday or today? You said, how many hosts to post do I need to be getting up? Because she said she'll get a ton up, 30, 50, 100 one day. And then she's like dead from it. And she can't keep up. She can't get more up. She can't focus, all of these things. I said, well, cut it in half. And instead of being all over the place, have a consistent 15 a day, 20 a day, whatever. It's really hard for me to come in and give any one of anybody an exact list, because all of us are living such different lives with this different social media and needing different things. But in my opinion, talking to a lot of people and having a lot of new people, those are the big things. How are you talking to people? Is that from you messaging them? Is that from you posting interaction posts and them commenting? How is it that you're getting it? Doesn't matter, but that's what you need. You need to talk to a lot of people, and you need to grow your market by leaps and bounds. New people, new people, new people. As always, take good pictures, but please stop trying to be perfect, because nobody relates to perfect. They just like relate to reality. Okay. Like, I can't be perfect. Oh my God. No, I love to tell this. I love to share this, you guys. This is totally off base. People love drama, whether it's good drama or bad drama. They love drama. So share some drama. And I'm not talking like political stuff. I'm not even going to get into political stuff, but like, if someone shares political stuff, people are all over it because people love drama. Share drama, but you know what else? They're like really into like, I don't know, like babies and stuff, because that's good drama, unless your baby has colic, and then it's really hard. But share some drama, share your imperfect life, because that's what people love. They like to look at pretty pictures of perfect Instagrammers, but they don't relate to those people, okay? They relate to like real you, real Sandy, real Brianna, real Jordan with her ball baby. Okay.
I do love you put in your stories, what was it, yesterday or something? And I looked at the person's account and post, and it was so relatable. Like it was normalizing regular houses, because we see these bright white, clean countered homes with everything updated, and the before picture is like the best version of my house, you know, and it always
Yes.
makes you feel bad. And so normalize regular everyday houses that millions of Americans live in. And, you know, post everything doesn't have to be perfect.
No, and those perfect houses are perfect because they want to make an Instagram post about it. Like, come on. It's a mess everywhere. I mean, everybody, show your mess. It's a mess. Everything. Okay, I cleaned before I got on here. Okay, here you go. There we go. There's real life. The big thing of blueberries right here, because you know that's real freaking life. You guys share your real life. People are going to relate to you much more than they relate to the fake perfect version of you. Promise. When I post videos of Ava throwing a fit, they get more comments or like more swipe ups than anything. I should do it more often. She throws fits all the time. Real life. Kalila, did you message me yet? I haven't checked to see if Ava's asleep. No, we're good. If
No,
you did
no
it.
thank you. I'll message you tomorrow.
Oh, okay. It's so bedtime, isn't it? All right. If anybody else has any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, feel free to send me a message literally anytime. I will message anybody back as soon as I can, unless it's 11 o'clock at night and then I'm sleeping. So, yeah, Cassandra, every night messaging me. She's like, she'll get me in the morning. Destin, if you're on here, it's fine.
It was nice meeting you, Cassandra. I like seeing parts of the other teams, or parts of our team, just other parts. Sorry.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
This was
This
fun.
is Jordan. She's under Tara Aldridge. Well, everybody here is under Tara. Tara was like, first of all, you probably wouldn't hear this. Tara was a Lone Ranger. She came in, I think, when I was going triple diamond and I needed a ruby. And Kristen, who enrolled her, was close to ruby. And I was like, Kristen, let's get you to ruby. And then I looked down in her leg and Tara was like already ruby. And I was like, who is Tara? And I messaged her. She's like, oh, hi. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, well, you're doing a good job at it. So keep going. And that's basically where that went. She never had any help or anything. She just started and did it. It's just crazy. So like I said, I thought you would like that because, you know, you relate. I mean, you have me, but like, you know what I mean? You got me.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much, Ashley. We appreciate it.
I'm here for you guys. Sorry, I'm still eating.
Thank you.
Oh,
We'll look for
sorry,
Ava
sorry,
throwing
sorry.
fits tomorrow.
Yes.
Don't you worry. You got it. I'm probably tattling now.
Don't disappoint us.
Shoot, now the pressure's on my pincher. All right. Thank you guys all for getting on. I think
Thank you.
Jordan's somewhere feeding a baby, I'm sure. Her face is gone, her pretty face.
She left.
Hi guys.
Good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.